So my college football game of the week here
Mm.
is I'm gonna roll with I'm gonna go down to the SEC, Alabama-LSU, because this game is always a classic.
Oh God, yeah.
This is the SEC West Championship game.
Mm-hmm.
Um, both teams, LSU coming in with two losses already. I still think there is a potentially a path for them to make the college football playoff. It's a tall task. They're gonna have to win out, but there is a way I think they could sneak in. Alabama with the only one loss to Texas, they're still in the driver's seat, still lead the West, but whoever wins this is going to Atlanta to face the Bulldogs.
Yep.
This game I think is going to come down to quarterback play. Jalen Milroe versus Jaden Daniels. Who makes the big play? Who can avoid the big turnover? Both of them are home run strikeout type of quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, and Alabama actually impressed me a heck of a lot when they beat Tennessee last week, 2 weeks ago, when they were down 20-7, and they come back and score 27 unanswered points to win 34-20. That answered a lot of questions. The receivers seem to be coming along, the running game seems to be coming along, and as long as Jalen Milroe can avoid that turnover, I like Alabama just because they're at home, and I also at the end of the day, and like I said with the Oregon Washington games, if there was a rematch, I think I trust Alabama's defense more than I trust LSU's defense.
Mm-hmm. And I think Jaden Daniels, is good for an interception or two, and this Alabama defense will capitalize off that. I kind of talked about this game earlier today, but I'm gonna go with Bedlam again because both teams. It's the last Bedlam game. The game is in Stillwater. We all know how Mike Gundy feels about the University of Oklahoma right now. It's pure hatred. He can't stand those assholes there in Norman. And after last year's absolute shellacking that the Sooners gave, I think the Cowboys are going to be ready to play. Boone Pickens Stadium is going to be absolutely electric. There's going to be so much, hostility in the air. But what's interesting is both teams are 4-1 in the Big 12 play. They play each other on Saturday. Winner goes to 5-1. Oklahoma has already played Texas. They've already played Kansas. I think they have BYU, Houston, and someone else left.
Do they not Kansas State?
I don't believe they don't have Kansas State left for Oklahoma. When I checked earlier, Oklahoma State. Listen to this, Dylan. They've already played Kansas State. They've already played Iowa State, and they've already played Oklahoma. They don't have to play Texas the rest of this year. Oh, after this game, Oklahoma State has three new teams in the Big 12. They got BYU, Houston, and UCF. So realistically, the winner of this game has a very great opportunity to win out, get to 7-1 or 8-1 in conference play, and book a trip to Dallas. So not only is this the last Bedlam game of the year, or that we might ever have, how does Oklahoma respond after that loss to I don't know if their star linebacker is going to play or not. They clearly missed him last week in the second half when he got hurt. So there's so many implications in this game, and you just never know what's going to happen in Bedlam. So this Oklahoma State's my game of the week.
Yeah, that was one I had down. The other one I had was Washington USC.
Yeah,
and well, we'll talk about this one a little bit. This is an elimination game for the Trojans. They lost to Notre Dame. They should have lost. Could have lost to Cal. They could have lost to Arizona. The defense is nowhere to be found. It's one. There's questions. People are saying Caleb Williams shouldn't play the rest of the year. He's not going to win the Heisman. He's not going to win the national title. But they can still salvage this season. But I don't know if I trust their defense. But I actually think this matchup is favorable to USC because I didn't like Washington's defense a whole heck of a lot either. I don't think they're that good. So I think USC is going to be able to go pound for pound with them. Are they going to be able to get turn Michael Penix over? Are they able to get stops when they have to? I don't know. I still think Washington in the end is going to win out because I think their defense is going to be able to get a couple of stops, and I think they'll be able to run the ball and kind of keep it away, get a lead and keep it away from USC. But looking at the rest of USC's schedule here is there's a good argument that they finish the year 7-5 because
7-5.
this week they go up to Oregon into Autzen and play the Ducks.
They're going to lose that game.
They're going to lose that game. And then I think UCLA is just a bad matchup for them because the way UCLA runs the ball, Chip Kelly has figured out after his stints in the NFL that we have to play defense. So he's built a pretty solid defense down in Westwood. So there is an argument to be made that USC finishes the year 7-5 and Lincoln Riley is the new head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Oh my God! If the Las Vegas Raiders hire him, they are just setting themselves back up because it's Cliff Kingsbury 2.0.
Cliff Kingsbury is his offensive coordinator.
Correct. He will start off good. They will fall apart, and then there will be no leadership. There's no stability. You watch Cliff Kingsbury last year in Hard Knocks. He doesn't hold anyone accountable. There's no leadership for this practice. There's no culture. There's nothing. There's just nothing there. So that would be hilarious if the Las Vegas Raiders did that. I don't know. I think there's a chance Washington can win this game by two possessions. I think USC's defense is so bad, and Michael Penix is playing for a Heisman Trophy right now in a spot in the Pac-12 title game. I just feel like the wheels are kind of falling off this USC team this year. I guess I'm not sure. It's gonna be a whale of a game. I'm gonna have this and the Alabama and LSU game on two screens, since they're playing at the same time. So, that's gonna be a good game, and it's gonna be an interesting one. We'll say this if USC loses.
Yeah, absolutely. And